It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Raiders and the Colts, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, it's Stroud. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now Stroud. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And finally marked down at the 23. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Jacobs. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal, Stroud. Touchdown, Raiders! From 6 yards away. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Now the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Anderson. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Colts coming out now. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I've got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Offside, defense.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That's to the tight end, Wiley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now Anderson. Pass hauled in by Johnston. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
the 17-yard line.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Anderson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Colts are back within a score.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd down and a yard.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. There he goes, right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Stroud to throw it.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown on their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He completes this one to Mingo.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Anderson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here's Stroud.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
13 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
And Stroud now to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Stroud.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw. Anderson.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Anderson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
98 yards on the ground here for Jacobs. So this is a 1st down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Holding offense. Can't do that.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Jacobs from the gun. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Anderson on 1st and 10. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the deficit at 20.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep the deficit at 20.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And that is no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. Super Wildcard weekend. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment.
In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers as they'll square off against the New York Jets.
As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Anderson. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Well, that'll be caught by Cup and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Anderson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Now Anderson. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Off the play fake. Anderson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Anderson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Anderson. Looking for Cooper Kupp again. 2 in a row. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
Quick throw here to Johnston. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 42-yard line.
He's got another one to Johnston. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's third down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Anderson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Anderson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jahmyr Gibbs
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will cut this lead down to 13. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raiders heading out to take over.
If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, when you pointed out that 5-4, the first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you fill out your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Raiders first down.
Again, it's Stroud.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Stroud off the play fake. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the bootleg, Stroud. This pass into the hands of Turner.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Stroud out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
And Stroud now to throw.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Cup. A big play there for Indy. 57 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibbs.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quentin Johnston.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw caught by Higgins.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down, Raiders.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And the Raiders are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On second down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
That's good.
Anderson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Anderson.
It returns it right back to Samuel.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw again.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Quentin Johnston
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card.